Hey, what's going on? I wanted to just take a few minutes here on this Saturday to encourage you with this thought. So, I've been seeing all kinds of photos, videos, celebration of graduations from college and homeschool co ops. Um, and it just encouraged me with this thought that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Look, I know we all want to make our ministry um, influence be very important to people and memorable. And this is truly a once in a lifetime opportunity. People will only graduate high school one time. Okay. People will only graduate high school one time. They generally only graduate college one time. Some people go back for a master's or a doctorate, but the vast majority of people will only graduate high school or college one time. So think about this. This truly is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You only get one shot. Okay. So I want to encourage you guys as we're coming up to this high school graduation season that is just packed. And I get it. If you are in a community with lots of different high schools, I know that sometimes I was in a community where there was three, four, five different high schools that were all graduating. It all seemed like in the same couple of days. They can be tiring, they can be long, but I want to encourage you this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to plant seeds that are memorable forever. People will forever remember their high school graduation. People will forever remember their college graduation. If you are there, they will forever have their youth pastor was at my high school graduation. My youth pastor was at my college graduation, planted in their memory. Look, some plant, some water, some reap the harvest, some till the ground. Look, we're all part of the journey, and this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for us to plant that seed, that memory that their youth pastor was at their high school graduation. I get it. They're long, they can be hard. For me, this little secret, don't tell anybody. But I typically would show up at least an hour after a lot of them showed up because those commencements are going to be at least an hour, if not 2 hours. So for a lot of them, I would show up really late. Okay. Now, if it was somebody that was really, really close to and needed to sit with the parents, the family, then typically, I would try to get there. But if it was just kind of hey, I'm just going to show up to this high school because there's three or four students there, maybe even more, they're graduating. Oftentimes, I kind of show up a little bit late just to kind of sneak in there, right? So I want to encourage you. This truly is a once in a lifetime opportunity because I will forever remember that my youth pastor showed up to a play that I was in. He showed up to my graduation. Forever you talk about these moments. Forever there's photos, okay? There's photos of you in there. And they will always remember. Look, again, they might not serve the Lord in 20 years. They might have those moments where maybe they're not in church anymore. And they think back to their high school and they say, "Man, my youth pastor was there." That's just another seed of that faith that that a person from the church, a person who was a spiritual influence in their life, made the time to be at their graduation. So I just wanted to encourage you as we're gearing up for graduation season. Let's truly remember the significant impact. Now, here's the deal. If you've been in ministry for a long time, sometimes it feels like, oh man, it's just another graduation season. But here's the deal. For that person that's graduating, it's not another graduation season. It's the only graduation, right? So we can often feel like, well, I'll just get back to it next year. I'll get back to it next year. Well, for this group, there's not going to be another year. For that student, there's not another one. Maybe you can't go to the graduation, but maybe you can go to the graduation party. So I just want to encourage you, take some extra time to be at these graduations because these truly are a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I know for me, I've always tried to find ways to create these memories that people will always look back. So, for example, as an intern director, we had college students. All right, so if you're leading high school students, this is probably not contextualized, but you can take the story and connect to whatever it is. But for me, um, we began to have some interns that would want to get engaged on our missions trips. And that for me was at first was like a no way. Like this is you're using this. Then I began to think through this lens of a one-time opportunity. Think through the lens of they're going to talk about this for the rest of their life. And so I took advantage of that. And said, okay, yes, I'm going to allow some. Now we had parameters. We talked through it. We talked with our missionaries. We did a lot of due diligence to make sure that this was going to work. But we did it. And forever now, there's some of our interns that even that maybe they're not having a great relationship with the Lord right now, and they will always talk about where did you get engaged. When somebody asks, they're going to say, we were on a missions trip with our internship. And I just think that for that person, they will forever come back to that moment where they were close to the Lord, where they were surrounded by a community of people that loved them, cared for them, and that Jesus was a huge part of their life. They're going to come back to that moment for the rest of their life. So that was why I felt like it was a good decision for us to allow this. And again, super contextual to our internship, college students. We got permission. We talked to parents. We did all the right things. But what I'm saying is think through the lens of this is a moment that this student will talk about for the rest of their life. And forever, they will remember that their relationship with the Lord, that community that they were in, something will have to be sparked, and that seed that was planted in those years will come back and be talked about. So I want to encourage you, take some time, be at those graduations, be at those graduation parties. If you can't be there, a card, a gift, something personal that allows them to be always come back to their relationship with the Lord at that moment in their life. Have a great Saturday. Have a great week. And we'll see